Hello, my name's James. My wife is Alice and we have a child called Hope. She's 1. I work at a special school. I'm a teacher. And that's what I do. I've come here today because I want to think about what Kevin spoke about on Sunday, about keeping up the fight. And I just want to encourage you a little bit about unpacking kind of some of the stuff that he said. So keeping up the fight is quite difficult sometimes, but actually it's integral to our roles as Christians. If you look throughout the Bible, it's just littered with examples of people who have had to literally fight and people who have had to fight in other ways. We've got Jacob to don that title of Israel. He had to literally wrestle with God, and then he had to wrestle in his heart with God a lot of other times in the future as his life went on. You've got David, whose entire life as king was war. All of these people have had to fight physically, but actually, as Kevin said on Sunday, it's not just about literally fighting. Keeping up the fight with faith is about keeping in check our minds, our hearts, and keeping our spirits healthy. They're like the most important things, integral, aren't they? But we don't naturally do it. We know that we have naturally sinful hearts. We know that our minds like to wander, and actually we know that our spirits can sometimes starve, and sometimes we don't do anything about it. That's where the fight comes in. We've got to literally fight against our naturally sinful nature. We've got to fight against what the world thinks that we should be doing, and we need to make sure that we are spending that time with God. Every morning when I get up before I go to work, I'll get up early. I'll get up earlier than Alice and Hope will wake up. I'll go to the gym and I play the Bible app. So I'll look after my body and I'll look after my spirit. That's the first thing I do every day, and it makes sure that I get my mind right and I get my spirit right, that I'm listening to God, and I start every day afresh, knowing that I'm going to need to fight today, and to win that fight I need to say yes to God. When you say yes to God and you apply it all throughout your day, you're filled with His Spirit, and that just makes it so much easier to keep that fight against the temptations of the world, that naturally sinful nature. It makes it so much easier just to fight and win. And that's a fight that you have to fight every day. We mentioned David. He had to fight a war, constant wars, his whole life. He fought every single day. So when you fight, when you keep that fight going, when you say yes to God every day and mean it, you can achieve so much. You might be feeling sometimes that you're in a place where you're feeling quite low. You might be feeling in a place where your spirit is starving. But actually, if you say yes to God every day, you're not just fighting to keep going. You're fighting to make sure that actually you can just be brilliant. You and I, we are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. And when we say yes to Him every single day and keep up that fight, His love for us just grows. And we know that one day that fight is going to end. And when it ends, we will be able to enter into the gates of the land of the living and sit with God forever.